from Columbus, Ohio, it's Motown Downtown.
Motown Downtown, come on down to Motown Downtown.
Today's guest,
Sabrina Stratt.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
My name is Tyson Bruno, and here's your host, Mo Chocolate.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Motown Downtown, Season 3.5, where we are here to make sure that you have a wonderful time and the greatest time. That's right. Wow, we have some brand new subs in the chat. Hi there, all the friends who showed up early in chat. Thank you for coming by. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so very much. Also, before we begin with the show, sadly, chat, this is the last episode of 2025. Now, don't worry, we are not leaving, we're taking a well-deserved break. We will be back in 2026, bigger, better, and stronger, so stay tuned for that. So, with that out the way, let's welcome today's very, very special guest, shall we? Drum roll, please! Ladies and gentlemen, for the season finale, we knew we had to deliver with the final guest of 2025. We searched high and low for the perfect guest, and it brings me great joy to say that mission was a success. So, what we have here in the business is what we call a triple threat. She's an artist, a singer, a video editor, and all that above. So please welcome the legend herself, Sabrina Stratt! And there she is. What's up, Sabrina?
Hello! Hi, Mo. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mom. All of that stuff.
Shout out to Mom who's watching right now. Hello! Yes, thank you. Sabrina, you know, it was hard for us. Believe it or not, Sabrina, we had multiple choices to pick who would be the final guest of the whole season. And we knew, everyone in the office knew that you would be perfect for this occasion. So thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come here to Motown Downtown. Thank you very much, Sabrina. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. This is an honor, especially to be the guest on the season finale. So, yay.
The jazz hands it's the jazz hands for me, chat, for real. So, by the way, chat, before we continue, tell me how the audio levels are. Can you hear my guests just fine? Can you hear me just fine? Please let me know, and I will make the right adjustments accordingly. And we have some surprises in store today, chat. So please stay tuned till the very end of the show, alright? Perfect. So, Sabrina, for anyone watching right now who has no idea who you are, tell us a bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Sabrina, or Sabrina Stratt is my full name. I mainly just sort of exist in different gaming communities. I am technically a speedrunner. I'm a little bit retired at the moment, but we'll see. Maybe I'll make a comeback at some time soon. I've speedran in past tense. Spyro, nice. Kingdom Hearts, but the two ones I probably had the highest on the leaderboards was Amori and Hollow Knight.
Nice. And you want to know why this episode is even better, Sabrina? Because
why? We
just got a hype train!
Let's go!
A hype train! Wow! So, a prime sub. Thank you, Matt. In fact, hold on. Let me be a streamer real quick. Thank you to Matt, thank you to Brett, and thank you to moi for the subs to Sabrina. Enjoy your sub, Sabrina. But yeah, thank you all for the subs. Thank you all for the support. We all love you to death. Thank you for very, very much. But you were saying, Sabrina?
What was I saying?
I forgot before we got to try to buy the amazing support today.
I was just talking about like the different games I was speedrunning.
Perfecto. Perfecto. My first question is, tell us about the early days as a gamer. Were you team PlayStation, Sega, or Nintendo? Oops, I'm sorry, you weren't around for when the Sega was a console. So how about
I hate that you're right.
Instead, let me just say, were you a team Sega, Nintendo, or Xbox?
So my journey with consoles was a little non-consistent. I guess I'll tell the story of my first ever video game console.
Yeah.
I was 6 years old. I had got home from school, and my mom said that one of my friends was giving me something called a PlayStation. She was like,
Nice.
go finish your homework. I'll set up the PlayStation. I had no clue what that was. I thought it was some kind of like doll set or something. So I was like, ooh, I'll get to play with some new toys. Great. I come back out to the living room and they have this fancy black box on top of the TV. And they had a little case with like 20 different CDs in it. And they were like, pick a game that looks interesting. And I saw 2 games that immediately intrigued me. The first one was Kingdom Hearts 2, and it had a bunch of Disney characters. And I was like, ooh, what's this? The second one had a little purple dragon on it, and it was the first Spyro game.
Nice.
And so that night, I played both of those games, and I was sucked in.
Nice. That is amazing. So you were a PlayStation head from the very beginning then.
I had a PS2, but that's why I said it was a little inconsistent. So I had a PS2, I had a DS, I had a Game Boy. I don't know if it was a Game Boy Advance, but it was one of those that was like this shape. It wasn't tall and foldable. And then most of my like adolescent years, I had an Xbox. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what were some of your favorite games growing up?
Unsurprisingly, Kingdom Hearts 2. That was the
Nice.
first game I ever actually completed.
Nice.
I never played any of the other Spyro games. I had a lot of like movie like games that were made because kids movies were coming out. So like PlayStation, I had like the Toy Story 2 game. I had Emperor's New Groove, stuff like
Nice.
that. I had a weird obsession of Kirby when I was like 8.
Nice.
Like there was this assignment in school where we had to pick a topic to make some sort of like all about book. And I did it all about Kirby, and I like drew art for every single Kirby, and I like gave full in-depth descriptions. That was definitely a hyper fixation for a while. When I was older, I started getting more into like RPGs, so like different Final Fantasies. I've dabbled in the Persona series, stuff like that. So I would say those were like as I got older. And I had a weird Call of Duty phase when I was like 12. And that started getting really stressful, so I got away from that quickly.
Oh yeah, if there's one fan base you want to get away from is that for sure. Yeah, but that's amazing that you had all that experience that early. Like you were basically born to be creative, basically.
I guess so. Yeah, I was lucky that I have a very I have a family that's very into that thing. I mean, like my dad was a gamer from like the 80s. My mom's favorite
Amazing.
bragging point with games is she beat Super Mario 64. That kind of thing.
Shout out to
and
Mrs.
my family
Strat.
grows with it.
Shout out to Mrs. Strat all the
Shout
way.
out to my mom.
Yeah,
Yes.
that God, I would kill to have a mom that cool, for real.
My mom
So-
is very cool, yes.
Very indeed, yeah. So tell us. So here's my favorite question to ask most of my guests is, what inspired you to start posting content online, either YouTube or streaming on Twitch? Tell us like what motivated you. What did you watch? Where you're like, you know what? I want to do that too. Tell us that whole backstory.
Well, I think I had a dream of doing something like YouTube probably around the age of like 10 or 11. I started getting very into the Minecraft YouTuber scene. So back then, the popular ones were like Sky Does Minecraft or the Yogscast or like Captain Sparkles. And so I thought the concept of that was really cool. This is still public on the internet, but I have a YouTube channel from when I was 12 that I made. There's like 5 videos on there. I will not be telling you the username. But I really started actively streaming, unsurprisingly, during the pandemic when I was stuck at home and didn't really have anything to do.
Gotcha.
And I had gotten super into speedrunning, but I hadn't really found the right game that could run on my crappy laptop. But Spyro 1 could, and it allowed for emulation to be submitted to the leaderboards. So I took advantage of that, and that's when I really started actively streaming, and I did that for a couple of years.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, we have some spiral questions. We'll definitely get into that. So this is my absolute favorite question to ask all my guests. What is the story behind your online username? Now, be that as it may, you don't have one, but it's like, why did you decide to go with your government name and not like, I don't know, Sabrina the Not Teenage Witch or something? Like,
Yeah, I definitely was called Sabrina the Teenage Witch growing up a lot. I think it's sort of a double entendre. So Strats is a part of my actual real last name. That's not my last name, it's more than that, but that's part of it. And the other half of it is when you're speedrunning, you're using strategies, which are shorthanded to strats. So it was a pun off my name and also indicating that I do speedrunning things.
Okay. I like that. Short into the point. I like that. I mean, has the idea of like a Sabrina carp ever popped up in your head?
Maybe if I had a fishing channel, I could catch some Sabrina carp, I guess. I like that. That's good.
I like that, yeah. So tell us about, so you start streaming on Twitch and stuff. What was like your first big viral moment, you say? Like, what was the one stream that had like the most amount of views, most amount of like audience participation, how fast you got affiliate, all that jazz?
So it's not nepotism because I'm not related to this person, but I would say my heaviest trafficked streams were because I was friends with a very popular Spyro 1 YouTuber, or Twitch streamer in general. His name's Deo Man. Shout out to him. I love him to death. We actually talked like about a month ago, and that was really nice.
Nice.
But because we were chummy, I don't even remember how we first met, but he would sometimes raid me at the end of his streams into my cutesy little streams on my crummy laptop at 18 years old. And so I'd go from like 5 viewers to like 50 viewers, and I'd be like, oh my god, okay, I gotta entertain the masses. Hi, act normal, please. So that was probably when I would have the most viewers, as I would say. Also, when I would do randomizer tournaments, which we can get into if you want, that would just by default give me higher viewership.
Cool. And how did it take you like a few months to get affiliate, or was it just like within a week or so?
I was very lucky in the sense that it took me about 4 or 5 weeks to get affiliate.
Wow, I was just joking. Wow.
Yeah, like Girl, I think really helped. Unfortunately, I didn't have my camera on. You just heard my voice and saw the game, and then I saw like the splits, but I think that helped. And again, I also knew people in the community already when I had started doing it, because I was like an active chatter in those spaces. And so when I started doing my own thing, like we would raid each other, and it was a very small community back then. It was probably only like 100 or 200 people. It was very small relatively to what it is now. So
okay, cool. Well, I know I'm super late to this, but congrats on getting an affiliate.
Thank you.
For sure, I'm 6 years too late, but it's fine. But it's so
better
now,
late than never, right?
For sure, yeah. Let's talk about the homie server, because we have a lot of the OGs from the homies server in the chat right now. Hi, everybody. And how did you get in? How did you discover the homie server, and how did you like meet everyone in this amazing community that's watching us right now?
So it was definitely a series of like a cascading series of events. So I'll start in the beginning.
Yeah.
So the whole reason I wanted to get into speedrunning in the first place was because in 2015, I got a YouTube recommendation for a Kingdom Hearts 2 speedrun at something called GDQ. I didn't know what any of that meant, but I saw that they completed the game in like 4 hours, and I was like, how in the what in the huh? So I watched it, and it was a tag team. It was like 3 speedrunners. I want to say it was Bloody Bizkits, Bizkit047, and a guy who now goes by Rio Peace. And they were just, each person did a third of the game. And I was like, this is insane. The speed at which they're doing this, the speed at which they're beating bosses, the speed at which they're menuing. I was like, how can I do this? This is amazing. So I had always wanted to speedrun from that point since 2015. So I was 13 years old. Eventually, I was looking for, in 2020, just random who's playing Kingdom Hearts fast right now. And there was this guy that was streaming by the name of, at the time, Violin SR.
Yeah! We all know him.
And I got to chatting. I know, shout out to him. He's the best. We got to chatting in his chat, and he was doing something called a randomizer. and he had a link to a Discord for it. So I joined the Discord, and I was like the 5th or 6th person to join the Discord ever, which is crazy if you look at how big it is now.
Yeah.
And we would like, after a few people, it wasn't Violin, but some other people like helped me set up the painstakingly difficult way it was to set up randomizers back then. We would play races and get more comfy with each other. That was in May. Fast forward to July of that year, so July of 2020. GDQ Hotfix posted a video about Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizers, and at the same time, Bloody Biscuits posted a video about the topic as well. So we went from like 50 people in the server to like 2,000, like basically overnight. And we were like, oh, our cute little VCs now have a shit ton of random people in there. And then Dustin decided to make a server for us people who had just been playing from the beginning, as well as a couple of other people I think he knew at the time. And he made something called The Homies in July of 2020. So we just celebrated our 5-year anniversary this past summer. So yay to The Homies.
That's the story. Well, shout out to Dustin for making that, for bringing this friendship together. So thank you to the homie Dustin for sure.
And that's how I met you, Mo.
and led to all that. We all have him to thank for that. Also, can we get a shout out for Crazy Comics and Lance the Master, who just entered the chat, please? Thank you.
Love you, Comics. Love you, Lance. Comics,
welcome in, friends. We love we love all the homies in the chat. And yeah, you know what? Also, shout out for Sabrina as well, because why not? Yeah, make sure y'all give Sabrina all the follow
covered enough in this.
All the above. And so now I want to take it back to when you were streaming on Twitch and stuff. Thoughts on the community you built from the ground up. Like, what do you think about your community? Do you have a name for your community? And any shout-outs you would like to give?
Yeah, so I don't remember where it came from, but I do have a name for the community. Oh, yes, I remember. There was a person in the Spyro community at the time who had sent me an image of a cute little crab with a cowboy hat on it, and it was smiling. And I just thought it was the funniest little thing. And so I replied with Yee Claw, because like yee-haw, claw, haha, funny pun. I don't remember how it evolved, but over the next several months, eventually my group of followers was called the Crustacean Nation. I don't even like crabs that much. I mean, they're fine, but I just sort of made that my shtick, because I'm like, well, everyone has to have a shtick. So whenever someone subs to my channel, I have a whole little spiel. I go, welcome, John Smith, to the Crustacean Nation for your first month of vacation. Can I get some Yee Claws in the chat? I haven't said that in a long time.
That's so clever. Wow. I actually like that a lot. That is way too clever for an intro, and I love it. Wow, that's so great. And you came up with all that yourself?
Yeah, I don't remember how the hell I did. This was before ChatGPT, so it's not AI generated. But
that is so clever. Yeah. I want that on a shirt. Please make a merch, Sabrina, so I can buy that. Like you in a crowd costume.
If I make merch, I will definitely put it on. Yes.
Facts. You heard it here first, folks. So now I want to know, while you were streaming, Sabrina, what was the one game that gave you the best streaming experience, and the one game that gave you the absolute worst streaming experience?
Give me a second to think about that. I would say best streaming experience in terms of my enjoyment of it is, I would probably say, my Omori speedruns. I don't really get into that very much, but that was the game that I placed highest on the leaderboard. I was 3rd in the world of any percent, like at my peak.
3rd?
No, I'm not anymore, but 3rd, yeah.
Wow.
Because it was a relatively long speed run, and it was around 3 hours, so it sort of forced me to actually stream for a long period of time and stay motivated. And it was there would be like moments of intensity, but then there was a lot of chill downtime during the run, so I felt like it was not just like I'm trying to do like precise button pushes for 3 hours. So I enjoyed my time there. I didn't get great numbers, but I enjoyed it the most.
Gotcha.
In terms of the worst, I feel like just because it was my early days, I did not know what I was doing in terms of quality, was my Spyro days, because you go back to the days. You look at the VODs, they're in like 10 FPS. I'm using a really, really old version of a splitting program. I'm not even using Live Split because that was too intensive on my computer. I remember I had to sit at the dining room table with my dad's Office second monitor up and my crummy little HP laptop, hoping it would stream fast enough. Ooh. So I'd say that was definitely my worst ever.
Wow.
It was so bad.
I mean, we all start somewhere, right?
Of course.
Yeah, wow, that's because I can picture that where you're just like trying to multitask like that, and they're just like, what is she doing in there?
Literally, I'd be like kick my parents out because we had a very open concept place in the place we lived in. So I'd be like, can you guys go upstairs? I'm gonna stream now, and they'd be like, ugh, fine, I guess.
So, speaking of Spyro, I'm glad you mentioned Spyro because now we're going to get into the first topic of today's show. Let's talk about Spyro the Dragon, shall we? The game that got you, that worked out them thumbs to start playing Kingdom Hearts, basically. How would you play, like, the first, all three, I'm assuming?
So, I have played all three of them, but Spyro 1 is the one that is near and dear to my heart.
Nice.
I'm very positively biased towards it.
And so, like, to tell us about, take me back to that time when you played Spyro for the first time. Like, what did you like about that whole experience?
I think it was just every single part of it coming together. So the nice thing about Spyro 1 is it's a collectathon that I had never heard of. Like, I'd never heard of that concept. So it's literally just, I was like, you just go around to different places and do wacky things and pick up gems and, like, smack thieves in the face. Like, this is weird. I think it was just the aesthetic, because I never beat the game as a kid. I never got past, like, the third world, the Magic Crafters. But I would just, like, run around and do my own thing. I didn't care about the collectibles. I just tried whatever. And coming back to it, like, as an adult, I still really appreciate it for what it is. Like, aesthetically, sound design-wise, Stuart Copeland's soundtrack, the drummer for The Police, is genius.
Wow.
The way they do the draw distances is super genius, because normally when PS1 games, the way they do draw distances is they have to play with a little bit. That's where, like, obviously the iconic Silent Hill fog came from. But what they did for Spyro had never been done before. They essentially would take the geometry of, like, the buildings or whatever, and as you got farther away, they would decrease the pixel count and just chunk it, so you can actually see an entire level from as far away a distance as you possibly can, even if you break the game, because they just played with tools like that.
I need to play, because I've never played the OG game. I didn't own a PS1 back in those days. Yeah, my parents only gave us Nintendo consoles, which is fine. But it's just, like, when the remake came out, is when I got my first taste of the game. But we'll definitely get into that. So what do you like about Spyro 1 compared to 2 and 3 and the other Spyro games? Because there's actually a lot of Spyro games now.
Oh, there's, like, an ungodly amount. I've only ever played the 3 main games. I don't really intend on playing any of the others, because there's, like, beat-em-up ones, and there's, like, weird 2D platformer ones we're not even going to get into. So I like Spyro 1 the most, just because when it comes to collectathons, I like being able to complete an entire level immediately and not do backtracking. So I really enjoyed that, because in Spyro 2 and Spyro 3, there's a lot of, like, power-ups you have to return to levels with. And I didn't really love that concept. I also like to, now that I am comfortable with the game more, I like to just play around with some of the ways you can break it, honestly. Like, you can, like, glide longer distances than you can think and stuff like that. I think it's really just mainly childhood nostalgia bias, but, like, I see merit to the other two. I think also Spyro 1 is shorter. So if I was playing casually and I wasn't speedrunning it, I could beat it in, like, 2 or 3 hours, whereas Spyro 2 and Spyro 3, I'd probably have to do it over a couple of days.
Gotcha. Now, I'm assuming you played the remake, yes?
Yeah, I did. I really liked it.
Nice. So would you say that's your preferred way of playing the first game, or do you still prefer playing the OG first game?
I actually like them equally. I went through phases a little bit where I was like, no, the remake is worse, the remake is better, whatever. But I think they're both equally good games, and they did a basically one-to-one remaster. It's the same game with the same mechanics. Everything just looks nicer.
Yeah.
So if I'm recommending to someone who's never played Spyro before, I would say play the remake, just because then you don't have to do the convincing of a person of, oh, yes, this game looks really polygonal and retro, but it's worth it. Like, just play the remaster. If you love the series that much, go back and play the OG, because there are a lot of quality of life changes in the remaster that might be interesting if you play the OG. So, yeah, I like them both.
Right. Cool. Shout out to Spyro. Love that Purple Dragon all the way. So, moving on from Spyro, we have another game series that begins with an S. Let's talk about Super Smash Brothers, shall we? And
all right, let's do it.
Yeah. So Sabrina, tell us some of your mains from the previous Smash Bros. Games.
So, I've only ever played 2 Smash games. I've played Ultimate, and I had a period where I played Melee a lot. I would say my overall, I tried a couple of ones. Like, I tried Pikachu for a little bit. I dabbled with Ness. In terms of Melee, I liked Sheik. Not Zelda, but Sheik. But I think my overall number 1 main that I still love to this day is Yoshi.
Yeah!
Yoshi is my boy.
We love Yoshi. We love Yoshi. Here to death.
Yes.
In this house, we love Yoshi, and that's a fact. Also, thank you, chat, for reminding me. Since you're a Spyro fan, Sabrina, do you like Skylanders also?
Saying a Spyro fan would like Skylanders is like saying, let me try to think of a metaphor. It's basically like saying you think a guy with a Superman shirt is hot because you like Superman movies. Like, they're not related at all. Skylanders has nothing to do with Spyro. They just use his likeness and they barely use it. He's really ugly in Skylanders.
He is,
Skylanders a bad game? No clue. But they're not Spyro games. Fight me.
I stand corrected. Yeah, there's actually a red dot pointing towards my forehead right now when I said that. But pretty much going back to Smash Bros. If you could have one character appear in Smash Bros, no questions asked, besides Spyro, besides Silk Song and Hollow Knight, what character would it be and why?
Okay, this is a really weird one. I'm gonna pick Chell from Portal.
Nice.
I think
I like that.
would be
I like
a really
that.
fun mechanics to play with, is to play with portals and everything. And also, she has those little like things on her feet that she could use to kick. So I think there could be some potential there. I almost said Gordon Freeman from Half-Life, but I think Chell would be more versatile.
I like that because I'm just the thought of her like teleporting between the stages. You can jump off the stage and use the momentum from falling off to go back onto stage. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, that would be nuts.
That would be amazing. Nintendo, what are you doing at her?
It would give Valve something to do.
Exactly. She has a big a 3 on her back for no reason. So
yeah, just to mess with people.
Exactly. So for me, honestly, after Sora was announced, I'm good. But if I could pick one more character, it'd be Kratos. That's all I want. That's literally the last character I want.
That would be cool.
That's my pick for sure. But honestly, I feel like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro deserve it a lot more, in my opinion.
I would be very okay with either Crash or Spyro being
for sure, yeah. And honestly, like, my biggest gripe with Smash Bros. Is that how come Sonic is the only mascot from his game in the game? Where's Knuckles? Where's Tails? Where's Shadow? Where's Dr. Eggman? Like, God, that's what I want more.
That is very true. I would
He's
be happy
the only
with any
one.
other Sonic characters.
They have 8 freaking Fire Emblem characters, but only one Sonic. The fuck?
Because they all think the Fire Emblem characters are hot or something, is my guess.
All the above, yes.
I don't know. I've never played Fire Emblem,
Me
but
neither.
yeah, there's a lot of just anime boy with sword. When I was first starting Smash, I was like, who the hell is this anime boy with sword? Oh, it's a Fire Emblem.
Exactly. For sure, yeah. Well, let's talk about Sora. Because there's a reason why. We're talking about Sora. So, Sabrina, tell us where you were when they announced Sora for Smash Bros.
I think I was actually at school. I found out a couple of hours later. This is not like a fun, like, where were you on 9/11 story. I remember I got home, and I remember my phone was blowing up with something, and I saw in the homies that people were screaming about Sora. And I was like, no, this is a joke, right? Like, they're not actually being serious. This is a really good shit post. And I was like, oh, Sora's real? No, Disney's, but like, Disney let that and swear? Like, okay. So I was very excited for Sora, yes. I did play Sora a little bit. I didn't love him. I was a little it's because when it comes to me playing a Smash character, it's not me saying this is objectively good or objectively bad. I'm someone who plays it very casually, so I'm not looking at like all the stats and all the strats and whatever. But I like characters that have a certain feel when I play them, and Sora was not quite there for me, but I'm objectively glad he's in the game.
Yes.
I'm objectively happy he exists as he does. I think they did a perfect job with him.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Still to this day, Sabrina, every time I fire up the game, I'm like, I can't believe this dude is in the game. For real. To this day.
Right? It looks fake.
It does, yeah. I mean, and I love how high he can jump and stuff. That's a big help for me. Now, I'm glad you mentioned Square and Disney because that's my last question for the Smash Bros. Section. Why do you think it was so hard for a lot of people to accept the fact that Sora can get into Smash Bros? Because I've gotten into so many debates on Twitter, hashtag Sora for Smash and stuff. I'm like, he can't get in, but people are like, no, he can't. So like, why do you think like the people draw the line at Sora?
I think it's because Sora is inherently the love child between two large corporations that have a history of being very protective of their properties. Now, I say that ironically because Nintendo is way worse than Disney or Square about that.
True.
Way, way worse. But I think it's because, unlike any other game that would be considered for Smash, Sora is part of two companies collaborating, so that requires more lawyers, more paperwork, more just collaboration and actively being in contact with each other in order for Nintendo to make him a character in Smash. And I think that's why, like, Sora just doesn't exist in many things like Disney parks or other Disney paraphernalia or even other Square Enix paraphernalia, just because you have to always be checking with the other person. I think there are specific rights to Kingdom Hearts and Sora that is more one company than the other. I'm not educated on who those people are, but I know it's not a perfect 50-50 split, but I think it's just because there's more just bullshit paperwork involved.
Gotcha, yeah. So, I mean, honestly, because after Sephiroth was announced, I'm like, yeah, Sora's not getting in, but so it was a genuine surprise for me when he was announced. And Sabrina, you know me, you know how I can get when I get excited. I basically destroyed my entire room. Like that was
I'm sure you did.
Oh yeah,
I believe it.
It's like that was the loudest I've ever screamed in my entire life. No hyperbole, no exaggeration. That was the loudest. So, like, if you want to hear that for yourself, turn the volume down. But it's on my YouTube right now, my reaction to that. But, like, what would you say was your favorite and least favorite character reveal trailer for Smash Bros?
I would say my favorite would actually have to be... Because I'm very biased, of course it's Sora, but my real answer is I think Sephiroth was my favorite.
Yes! Yes!
I think Sephiroth is one of the best crafted villains in video game history.
I love him.
And I think the way they did the trailer itself, I wasn't even a Smash fan at the time. I didn't even own a Switch at the time, and I was screaming. I thought it was amazing. Like, I would go to my friend's house and occasionally play Smash, but I thought it was the coolest thing ever with how they did it, and he looked amazing.
I love it.
Least favorite, Steve. Least favorite, easily Steve.
Wow. Wow.
Like, really, Steve?
Wow.
Like, because Mojang doesn't need more money. Or Microsoft doesn't need more money. Like, that felt so random. It felt like it was becoming... I was like, is Smash turning into Fortnite where they're just throwing any IP that'll give them money? But,
Sabrina,
yeah.
Another same brain cell moment, because that's literally my favorite and least favorite also. I went live on Twitch, and I came here. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, oh, maybe you saw it. It was Steve. I turned the stream off immediately.
I saw the S. I was like, ooh, but no.
I went to bed. I'm like, fuck this. Now, granted, if you love Minecraft, cool. I don't. I played it, was not a fan, but I acknowledge the fact that it was a pretty big trailer that did break that broke the internet for real. So
it did.
I'll give him his props, but I'm just not a fan at all whatsoever. All that jazz. But now we're going to move on. Speaking of Sora, now we're going to move on to a topic that everyone here is familiar with. Let's talk about Kingdom Hearts. Shall we?
We shall.
My dudes, yes. So, Sabrina Strat, tell us about your first impression playing Kingdom Hearts for the very first time.
So, as I told you earlier, I was 6 years old, and this was after it had been out for a couple of years. So if I was 6 years old, this was around 2008.
Okay.
I saw Disney characters. I was like, ooh. I start playing Kingdom Hearts 2. That was the only game I had at the time. I had Kingdom Hearts 2. I was like, who is this blonde kid? Where are the Disney characters? I was playing some more. They'd show flashbacks to Disney characters. I'm like, okay, we're getting to the Disney characters at some point, right? I was interested in the story, but I was mostly just interested in the aesthetic and music of Twilight Town. I would just walk around for Twilight Town for hours and hours and hours. So I think it literally took me 10 hours to get to Sora.
Wow.
Roxas dies. I'm like,
spoiler alert.
but where's Roxas? I like Roxas. Like, Roxas, awesome, I have Donald and Goofy, but where's Roxas? I like Roxas. And then, I don't like the Sora kid. Like, what? Who? I don't care. He's got big shoes, whatever. And I was still very invested. Once I got to Mysterious Tower, I was very, very invested. I played... That was the first game I ever completed. It took me, I think, 3 years to beat it.
Wow.
And I remember Zaldin, I had to ask my dad for help because I was suffering fighting Zaldin.
I hate him. I hate him.
Okay?
I hate him so much.
Demix, somehow, I have zero memory of. I have zero memory of fighting Demix. I guess I did fine, but it was Zaldin that was the killer. And I remember I beat Final Xemnas. And the cutscenes played, and I didn't know video games could be beaten before. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I thought the game just went on forever. And so the credits are playing, and I'm like, wait, it's over? But wait, we're going to Destiny Islands, right? Like, what's that? I was like, wait. And my dad was like, yeah, you beat the game. And I'm like, what does that mean? What?
What does that mean, you beat the game?
Because I never persevered in a game long enough to actually beat it, you know? So it was a magical feeling. And then a couple of years later, I think I was like around 11, I didn't have a PlayStation anymore because it had gotten old, it broke, and whatever. And I was like, man, Dad, I really want to play more Kingdom Hearts. I know I had Kingdom Hearts 2, but I want to play Kingdom Hearts 1. I know nothing about it. And he was like, well, we don't have a PlayStation anymore, but we do have something. I can turn your computer into a PlayStation. And I was like, what are you talking about? What? And he's like, there's something called emulation. And he set up PCSX2 for me. And got me a very much not legal copy of Kingdom Hearts 1. And that's how I played Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yay! Thank you, Papa Strat. Thank you, Papa Strat, for the hookup. Yes. So playing Kingdom Hearts, because it's funny because that's also my experience. I played Kingdom Hearts 2 first, and I loved it. Then once 1.5 came out for PS3, I played Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time, and I see why Kingdom people like 2 more. So, what was that experience for you playing OG1?
Like, when I played Kingdom Hearts 1, I remember being very weirded out by the way Sora moved.
Yeah.
I was like, he jumps weird.
Yeah.
The camera's in a weird spot. Like, I don't get why you can't use reaction commands. Because this was, like, 1E. This was not remake or anything. This was the game you played in 2002. And I remember having a really hard time motivating myself to beat it. In hindsight, I love KH1 now, but I remember I was like, this is harder. I'm having trouble. So eventually I did beat it, but it took me a lot of forcing myself to do that because I was doing it for the story at that point. That's when I started getting really into the story and kind of caring more. And I knew Kingdom Hearts 3 was on the horizon in 2012. Cute me. Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out any day now. But, you know.
Oh, Sabrina.
So, yeah. And I had no clue there were, like, spin-off games. I thought there was 1, 2, and then 3 was coming until I had a collection of Archie comics. And I remember at the back of a new comic I had purchased, there was an advertisement for a Kingdom Hearts game on the DS. Wait, what? This is Kingdom Hearts 3? Wait, no, this is not Kingdom Hearts 3. This is Kingdom Hearts 358/2? What is this? And I never bought it because I didn't have a DS anymore. But I remember, like, Googling, like, other Kingdom Hearts games, and I'm like, and DDD had just come out, so there were already a bunch of other Kingdom Hearts games, and I was like, how many games are there? So,
mind blown, right?
Yeah, that was
you went down the rabbit hole, basically, the iceberg of Kingdom Hearts games. But
this was before 1.5 and 2.5, you know?
Yeah. So, like, when you played the first game on PC, did you play on keyboard and mouse or with a controller?
I think I initially started on my PS2 controller.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I played that time. I played it on my PS2 controller that I'd like hooked up to my laptop at the time.
So you had
Very
to-
bad frame rate. That was
Oh,
probably why it was so
man.
bad too. I was at like 25 FPS.
Wow, and you had to look around with R2 and L2. That I just can't get behind. And not being able to skip cutscenes, you poor child. Yeah, I'm glad I missed that. But hey, you have the scars now to prove that. You've been there since day one, pretty much.
Yeah, because Kingdom Hearts 1 came out when I was under a year old, I believe. So
Pretty much. So when you did get to the wait time for Kingdom Hearts 3, what was that like for you, Sabrina? Like, after you discovered all those games, did you play them in order, or did you just like play it all on your PC? What?
I played a bit of floppy order. I was like, oh, this looks like a fun one. Let me play this. So I remember after I did 2 and then 1, I played BBS.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the gameplay sucked, but I liked the story. I never played like the secret episode of it. I think I like watched it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I played like an hour of Days, and I'm like, I'm not having fun. I've never played Coded to this day. That's
neither.
going to happen at some point. I've heard it's underrated, and I am currently on a journey to finish every single Kingdom Hearts game. So I'm halfway through Days right now, and I'm playing in story order. And I started emulating DDD, but my computer was not powerful enough at the time. It was suffering doing that. So I did eventually play DDD once the remakes in 2.8 came out. The wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 was annoying because, again, like I was a Kingdom Hearts casual fan, but again, 2015 when I started getting into the speedrunning community, that's when I really started getting into the Kingdom Hearts community. I had watched people like Jared / the Gamers join earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But it was 2015 that I was like, I am invested in this series. This is something I'm a fan of. And sometimes I'd have school plays, whatever. I'd forget about it for a couple months. I'd be like, okay, KH3 is coming out now, right? It's already out, right? No, it's not. What? Like, what are you talking about? But the last year or so before KH3 came out, I was checking stuff almost daily. And I remember when KH3 came out, and it was coming to Xbox, which was the one console I did have at the time.
Nice.
I was like, oh my god. And so I did play it. I played it completely blind. I finished it. I was sobbing
Good,
so much of it. I was so happy with it. I went from, oh my god, this game is perfect, to, oh my god, this game actually sucks because of video essayists on YouTube, to now, yeah, this game is pretty damn good. It has flaws, but it's pretty damn good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So,
well, for me, though,
long-winded.
Sabrina, it was torture. It really was, because I had to wait. I mean, I was I want to say a junior in high school when I played the second game. So then I was like in my mid-30s when 3 came out. So literally half of my life waiting for this one game, for real.
Pretty much.
It was.
I think I was a junior or senior in high school when 3 came out, so yeah.
Wait to remind me again, Sabrina. Ugh, my. But moving on. So it's like.
You're aging like a fine wine, Mo.
Thank you very much, bestie. So then pretty much at the very end, I went and picked up the game, and it was an actual moment of my life. For real, because I went and managed to get the Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4 Pro, which was a nightmare to get, but worth it. And yeah, like I'm waiting in line with all the other fans. Some are dressed up. I was dressed up. The GameStop employees were dressed up doing trivia games. There was actually a long line of people to pick up the game at the midnight launch. And yeah, so like sitting in my car, holding the game in hand, I'm like, I've been waiting for this game for 13 years, and it's right here. Like there was no feeling to describe that, for real. So when I brought the game home and I popped it in, the title screen popped up, the music starts playing, I could not stop crying at all. Like, for a good 10 minutes, Sabrina, I'm just like, looking at the title screen. But how was that moment like for you? Like, were you jumping up and down in your seats when you picked up the game? Were you crying when the title screen popped up? Were your parents like, why are you so excited for this game? Like, tell me about playing Kingdom Hearts 3 for the first time. I want to know about that moment.
It was very magical. I bought a digital copy of the game, and so what I had done was I had asked my dad, because I was at school because it was so big, I was like, can you please download Kingdom Hearts 3? And they knew about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
My dad knew more than I because he played it a little bit for me. Again, he helped me beat Zelda and helped me set up emulation, etc. But I was like, please, can I have the Xbox tonight? Please, please, please. And he was like, yes. And I remember I got home from school. Again, the Xbox was in our main living room. I threw down my bag, threw off my shoes, opened up the game, and when that title screen music played, I just sat there, also tears coming down my eyes. I was like, this version of Dearly Beloved just feels like a symphony. Like, it feels like a finale. It feels like everything that I've been waiting for is finally here. So it was so beautiful. And, like, I think the only time I was not having fun in all of Kingdom Hearts 3 for my first blind playthrough was when you're in, like, the ice labyrinth in Arendelle.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not having fun.
Me
and
neither.
A little bit of the underwater stuff in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But other than that, I had fun the whole time.
Agreed, 100%. So, like, were any of your friends in your class excited for KH3 as well, or just you?
Nobody I knew in real life.
Oh,
had ever heard of Kingdom
man!
Hearts. I was all by myself.
Because I know you were...
This was before I, like, was on Discord and, like, the homies and anything, so I was by myself.
Because I know you were, like, doing theater and stuff. I know you had a pretty big group of friends back in those days, and none of them were Kingdom Hearts fans?
Well, okay, I had a couple of friends, but there were people I was acquaintances with, like, theater people. Yeah, they were all into, like, video games and stuff, but none of them had ever played Kingdom Hearts. The closest I got was this one girl that was a super obsessed FF7 fan, but that was it.
Gotcha.
So I was by myself.
Oh man, I'd be yapping away about KH3 if I was in high school. So unfortunately, Sabrina, once Vanilla Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, it split the community in half. You know, I loved it. I mean, I had a lot of issues with it. Yes, it's not perfect, but for my first time playing, I loved it from beginning to end. I was crying at the beginning, I was crying at the end, man. And so overall, I really enjoyed it, but sadly, a lot of people online were very vocal about how much they hated it. In fact, I remember one guy filmed a video throwing it away in the trash. I'm like, come on, bro, it's not that bad, come on. So, like, why do you think it split the community? Why do you think some people hated it? Why do you think it split the community in half? Why do you think that?
So, that's a really deep question, and I know my answer is not going to be the right one because there's probably a lot of reasons. I feel like there were elements in Kingdom Hearts 3 that people didn't like that were from previous games. I'm going to use the dreaded F word, floaty.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3's Sora, I think, is floaty.
Yeah.
And I think some people thought that there were elements that were just done for the hell of it, like attraction flow. I see why they were doing it. I think they were doing it because they were playing around with their pretty new graphics system. I'm okay with attraction flow, but it's a bit of an eyesore. Things like that. I think people were wanting to, because there was so much hype towards it, wanting it to be this perfect crown jewel of a game that they've been waiting 13 years for.
Yeah.
So they had very, very high expectations.
Yeah.
And I think Square Enix met 85% of the expectations the general community had set out for it. It's just that 15% could be very hard to ignore. Again, I'm just using the floaty combat as an example. So, because that was the problem that I had, is I thought the game was fantastic, no notes. And then I would go to lots of the YouTubers that I would watch, lots of the Kingdom Hearts YouTubers. And I'm not going to name names because it's going to sound like I'm talking badly about them, but I'm not. But they would have, like, hour-long video essays, before video essays were a genre, talking about why Kingdom Hearts 3 is actually bad, and you're actually a bad person if you enjoy it, and you are media illiterate. And I would probably agree with 3/4 of their points, and I would get very easily convinced by their arguments. And I would just have this conflict of, but it's Kingdom Hearts 3. I love the environment. I think the story is great. Like, I love all the different new additions, like the different Keyblade transformations. I thought that was cool. Like, so I think it's just, there's a lot of, they're trying a ton in that game. They are trying everything in that game. And because they're trying so many things, the higher quantity of mechanics and the higher quantity of experimentation will lead to a higher quantity of potential criticism.
I agree. That's well Well thought out, well put out, and I 100% agree with everything you have said. Yeah, it's my thing was, yes, it's definitely floaty. Like, if you compared how Sora jumps in 2, and even 1, in 3, like, when he jumps, he, like, stays in the air for a couple extra seconds, and those couple extra seconds make all the difference, really. I feel like he could just drop immediately, but it's fine. I didn't like the fact that you couldn't dual wield. I hated that. And I felt like the basic combo was just that basic. It wasn't flashy or like snappy or just like eye candy, you know what I'm saying? It was just very standard. Yeah. The whole game was very standard. Like, we were expecting the second coming of Jesus Christ, pretty much. And when in actuality, it was a basic game, pretty much. But I still liked it, but overall, I see why people don't like it. Basically, when it comes down to it, is that they were expecting Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, but they got Kingdom Hearts 3 instead, pretty much.
I would agree, and I am a 2 purist, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That is, I think, the mechanically best and story-wise one of the best in the series, and I like how Sora feels heavy and is snappy, and I've gotten to the point of my skill with the game where I can know exactly what hit, exactly what he's going to do, exactly when the boss is going to retaliate, and when to mix in my X presses with my square presses. 3, again, it could just be because I haven't gotten good to the same level, but 3 feels a little bit more, okay, please, is he going to jump up here? Is he going to float down? Is he going to wait? Is he going to hesitate? What is he going to do? What is he going to... Oh, I'm hit. So, but that's just my total subjective opinion. I still love 3. I like 3, but it doesn't feel like I have as much control over Sora.
I can 100% agree with that. But that being said, when Remind came out, Sabrina, holy fuck, it literally fixed every single issue I had with the game. Every single one. We got dual wield and keyblades. We got better attacks. We got better graphics. Better like frame rates. And we got Oathkeeper and Oblivion. And better data battles, better secret boss. Even the ending got better. Like, overall, it fixed the game so much for me that it is now my favorite game in the entire series. It really is.
Wow.
Like, it is Kingdom Hearts 3, Remind, and 2, and then Birth by Sleep. That's my pecking order. But how about you? Like, did Remind fix all your issues?
Okay, Mo, please don't kill me.
Oh boy. Go on.
I have Remind, but I've never played it.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
I got too busy with Cage 2 Rando
that's
and
fine.
Getting good at Cage 2. I can pick it up at any time.
For sure.
But I haven't played it. I really want to. I do.
Yeah.
I've heard it's really fun. It fixes all the stuff. The data battles are better. Like, blah, 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 blah. And it fixes my annoyance with how Kairi ended up in 3. But, like, I haven't played it.
That was also a big thing.
I've just heard the echoing online is that it's good.
Very good, yeah. People who the person who threw away Kingdom Hearts in the trash was like, I'm sorry, Kingdom Hearts 3, I'll never do that. He loved it. He ended up loving the game now because of Remind. It fixed all his issues as well. And that's also something that a lot of people mention is how they treated Kairi in the game. And I do agree. Like, when she got kidnapped and she did nothing to escape. I'm like, Kairi, what are you doing? You've been training for this moment. I think
Kairi's my least favorite character in the whole series.
Oh,
because
no.
she is just a dummy. I'm not talking like a dumb person. She's just a plush doll for people to steal and Sora to rescue. Like, it's so stupid. She could have been the next Aqua, because Aqua's my favorite female character in the series. But she's just a stuffed animal. Like, what the hell? And she's one of the main 3! Ah!
So it's safe to assume that you did not like Melody of Memory then?
I liked Melody of Memory as a fun little rhythm game that I haven't touched in a couple of years, but I had a lot of fun playing it.
Nice. Okay, that's good to know. So, when it comes to Remind, do you plan on, like, doing all the data battles and secret bosses and all that stuff at some point in the future?
Yeah, I would say yeah. I would love to beat every single super boss in every single game. I have not beaten... What's the one super boss in BBS that's like the armor? That's really tough. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah. You're talking about is not young Xehanort. Is who else?
I don't remember his name, but that guy. That guy I have not beaten.
Chad, who is
it? But I want to beat every single super boss in this series.
Good.
So
God.
Because again, I'm doing my whole playthrough of the whole series, and I'm halfway through Days right now. So I will get there, because I have beaten Data Org like a billion times.
No heart. Thank you, Master Lance.
No heart. Thank you, Lance. Yeah, like something like that. So that is a goal, because I think data fights are fun because it's pushing the mechanics of the game to its limits. That's why my favorite data battle in KH2 is Luxord, because it's all about quick timing and precision. It's not execution, it's just you have to be good at timing.
Yeah.
And I like that. It's a fun challenge. And it's because I'm good at doing that. So
yes, you are. Yeah, yes, you are.
So yes, I will definitely love to tackle the Data Org, and I know Yozora is like this whole big thing, like, ooh, he's so hard. So I definitely want to try that. Not all pro codes.
Yeah. We do have Master Lance here, who might show you the ropes at some point, right.
All right, I'll hit you up, Lance, and when I plan on doing that.
Oh yeah, fun fact, like when I was trying to defeat Yozora, I would watch his videos to like know when he's open for attacks, when to block. So thank you, Master Lance, for being awesome. You're awesome, buddy. Yeah. So moving away from Kingdom Hearts 3, Sabrina, when the fuck is Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out?
Is it coming out?
Is it though?
Okay, real talk though. My prediction is late 27, early 28.
Okay.
Because I know it was a separate team entirely working on Missing Link, rest in peace, Missing Link.
Yeah.
To the KH4 team. And they're probably going to have some of the Missing Link people consolidate over to the KH4 team, so I feel like production on that is going to increase. And I think the reason why they've been so radio silent, not justifiable, but the reason is because they were having a couple of different projects with splitting their time, and they were trying to promote Missing Link as much as they could, and then it died, so they were like, okay, let's go on over here. I feel like we're going to get a trailer 6 months out, and that's it.
Okay.
No press tour, no nothing. That's my prediction.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I think in 2027 is when they'll start promoting the game, because I know they're working on FSM Remake Part 3 right now.
I think once that's done,
yes,
we'll get more Kingdom Hearts centric. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
hopefully.
For sure. And it's like, and plus, I believe 2027 is the 25th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts. I believe. So we're getting something Kingdom Hearts related in 2027.
You know what they're gonna do for the 25th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts? They're gonna make a little Kingdom keychain, sell it for $100. That's it.
Sabrina, don't give them ideas. Don't give Square Enix ideas.
Maybe a little 25 will be etched on the back if we're lucky, but that'll be $125.
It's like, right? I want to disagree, but I can't find a reason to disagree, because that's really what they would do. Yeah,
maybe a tweet with an AI-generated image of those earrings.
You're so right. You can't even argue with that. But honestly, like all joking aside, I do think that at some point in 2027, we'll get maybe one more trailer, because I believe the first KH4 trailer was the 20-year anniversary. Yes. I believe so. Yeah.
Think so? Don't quote me. I'm not very good on timelines.
It's all good. Yeah.
Probably that would make sense.
Yeah. So at that point, yeah, we have to wait for 7 to be remade entirely before Kingdom Hearts 4. That is just such a Square Enix thing to do. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. Their baby Final Fantasy that they won't put into Kingdom Hearts anymore for some reason, even though that's their baby, and I think it should be more. But
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Bring Sephiroth back in Kingdom Hearts 4. Seriously. So what Disney worlds would you love to see in Kingdom Hearts 4, and why?
So I think there's one that I would love but won't happen, and I would love but might happen, maybe. Love but won't happen. I think Emperor's New Groove would be amazing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential there. You got the different settings. You've got like the hill, you've got the jungle, you've got the palace, you've got comedy, you've got lots of stuff like that. And then something that could happen, and I have an idea of how to do it, is I would love Treasure Planet to be involved somehow.
Oh my god, yes!
Because KH3 has demonstrated that they're capable of doing the world map and the gummy ship segments to be all about celestial bodies and space and exploring. If there was some sort of mechanic where like the ship from Treasure Planet would come on with like Jim Hawkins and Morph and stuff, just as a mechanic. I'm not saying it has to be a whole world. I'm not asking for much. But that would be super awesome.
I would love that. Because that is the one game I'm asking to this day. I want Treasure Planet. I want Treasure Planet. I want maybe a Goofy movie in Kingdom Hearts. Like, that would, as a 90s kid,
it could be a suburb of Disney Town.
Yeah.
Goofville.
To see Max in Kingdom Hearts finally imagine that, chat. How cool that would be.
I would love Max in Kingdom Hearts.
I would love to see that.
That would be super cute.
That would be
Dad,
amazing.
where the hell have you been? Oh, I've been saving the world for 20 years. Yeah, I'm 45 now, Dad. I have a wife and children.
And we have 2 movies now since you've been gone. That'll be hilarious. So Sabrina, one more question for you. Remember earlier in the chat, in the stream, when I said that we have multiple surprises for the show today? So I believe that now is the time we start talking about that surprise. Because chat,
I'm all for that.
if you are sitting down right now, stand up and sit back down because it's going to be that epic. Sabrina, take it away.
Okay, so for the last 4 months, I have been working on a project collaborating with over a dozen amazing people. And some of them are here in the chat right now. And it is a project called Kingdom Hearts 2 Revoiced. Now what this is, it is a mod that you can download and play when it comes out, where we have dubbed over the entirety of the game.
Yep.
That is the cutscenes, the dialogue lines when you're fighting as Sora, Donald, and Goofy, all of the boss battles, all of the summons, all of the limits, like the entire game. If it has a voice, it has been changed. So I have a voice. Mo is also involved in this project. He has been kind enough to donate his voice. Would you like to mention some of the characters, or do you want me to mention some of the ones you play, Mo?
I think we should stop, cock teasing them and give them the full trailer right now.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Take it away.
All right, chat. From us to you, enjoy.
You know, I've been thinking about something Naminé said.
Wait a sec. Tell me what's going on.
Roxas,
Naminé, what's happening to me?
are you really sure that you don't have a heart?
I am me! Nobody else!
Or is that just wishful thinking?
Why did the Keyblade choose me? I have to know. It's funny. Suddenly, I feel like I don't know myself at all.
Where am I?
Who's there?
Who are you?
Sora. You're lucky.
Donald! Goofy!
Looks like my summer vacation is over.
Chosen wielder of the Keyblade. You are the key that will open the door to light.
Meet the Hollow Bastion Restoration Committee.
No matter how far away you are, once you find your light, I'm sure it will lead you back here again. Right?
Oh, Foofy! A dominion fit to be called Kingdom Hearts must be my dominion!
The guy you just saw. He's their leader. Got it memorized?
You shouldn't judge anyone by appearance.
When Kingdom Hearts is ours, we can exist fully and completely.
I truly hope he's enjoying himself on his adventure.
Oh, come on, kid! That's an easy one!
Now that's what I call burning some honey buns! Oh yeah!
You really helped me. You made me so much stronger.
He's right, Master. We've all seen how kind you can be.
On second thought, if those are your hero phases, you still got a lot of work to do.
But don't give up. Remember, if you believe in Riku, you will find him, just as you found me.
And Sora, about that friend of yours, you'll find him. Trust me.
Riku was the victim of my revenge. My friend, the time has come. I must make amends to these young people.
This battle isn't over. And until it is, I still need the power of darkness.
The worlds gave us this doorway. They want us to be the guardians of their destiny.
Once we go through, there's no turning back. It's victory or oblivion. So, Sora, are you ready?
Say, fellas, did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Yes! It's finally been announced! Now we can talk about it! Yes!
We can talk about it publicly!
Yes! Hype in the chat, yo! Hype in the chat! Hype in the chat, yo! Hype in the chat. Spam the chat with hype right fucking now. I don't care if it's free. I don't care if it's subs. So, bro, that's a high emote. God damn it. This is a hype emote.
Hi.
Boop, 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 boop. Hi, hype. Okay, now we have. I know y'all have a lot of questions, so let's start right from the get-go. Sabrina, what was that, and where did that come from? How did this whole thing start? Let us know.
So, the whole thing started where a couple of years ago, I saw a video that some of my friends made where they took one cutscene from each Kingdom Hearts game and like edited the video so that the dub was over it. I had wanted to be involved in a fan dub of Kingdom Hearts 2 for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, the opportunity is not arising. Why don't I make that? I have lots of friends. And so I gauged interest, seeing would this be something other people would want to do, and there was definitely interest for it. And so I was faced with a crossroads. Do I edit a 13-hour-long video and hate myself forever? Or do I mod the game, which is way easier, kind of sort of longer, but people can actually download it and play for it themselves? And I chose that route.
Nice.
So I was off to the races.
Nice. Whoops. Nice. Yeah, it's been a joy to work on this, for real. Like, it's some of the hardest I've ever laughed of 2025 was from that dub. Yes, Chad, I am in it. And to answer your question earlier, I play Pumbaa, Mushu, which you heard in the trailer, Gopher, and Iago, and Donald Duck, and I believe that's it. I think so, yeah.
There's a couple of others.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of characters. There's like
a lot.
150 different individual people that need voices. So it's a lot of people.
And I apologize for destroying your eardrums in a couple of those sessions, pretty much. You want to tell them about some of those moments in the VC?
Sure. So whenever someone finishes recording a character, I have made Google Drive folders for everyone individually to see all the characters they need, all the lines they have, blah, blah, blah. Mo, and I would always have people message me when they were finished with a character, so I would know to upload it, test it, etc. in the game. So there were a couple of times when Mo would go, hey, Sabrina, I'm finished with so-and-so. And I would go, and I would not listen to the audio beforehand, because I thought it was more fun that the first time I would listen to it would be within the context of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I would stream these to Discord for other people to watch. There were a couple of times Mo would make a character, I'd load it in, I'd boot up the game. He would be very loud. Very loud. And I would go into Audacity and be like, how much is this? And the Audacity, like, waves or whatever you want to call it, would just be solid blue. And I'd be like, Mo, are you okay? Do you need therapy? Do you need a hug? Like, it was like, wow. So it was quite funny.
There was one where I
did turn the audio down on those files.
You're
Don't
welcome.
worry, guys. If you
You're
play it, I
welcome for
turned it
that.
down.
We made sure of there was one scream which I believe is Brett's favorite line, where it's a solid 1 minute of just pure screaming.
Yeah, it's one of your
funny.
Iago screams, and it literally lasts for at least 45 seconds, if not a minute.
I did that for y'all. I destroyed my vocal cords for y'all. 'Cause I love the community that much. And it's funny. It's freaking funny, really.
It is pretty funny.
It is, yeah. And also, so I mentioned before that we have multiple surprises for today, and that was part 1 of the surprise. Let's get into part 2 of the surprise. Sabrina, check your DM.
Okay. I did not know about this.
At all. That's why it's a surprise. We made you a Koodle board.
Fuck you, I'm gonna cry on stream now.
We made you a Koodle board because we wanted to personally thank you for all the hard work you've been doing. Because, I mean, my God, people, you gotta understand. Since what? September? You've been doing this? Mm-hmm. And you work a full-time job and stuff, and like having to manage thousands and thousands of lines with hundreds of other people. That's not easy. I would not do that. I sure as hell wouldn't do that. And I kept reminding you, thank you for all the hard work you've been doing for us. Like, I'm like, all of this, really? So I went and I asked our friends, hey guys, could you guys sign this for us, and I'll show it to Sabrina for the show. Because we all appreciate, all of us watching appreciate you that much, Sabrina. We do. If you wanna pop off Queen, go right ahead, because we appreciate you that much.
Can I quickly shout out every person who's
Yeah,
in this?
yeah.
Okay.
If you want to read them too.
So we have Violin, Matt, your brain cell, aka Zojulix, Backstory Ben, you of course, Mo, Ash, Brett, and Diz, which I'm assuming is Micah, but Diz himself wrote to me. That's kind of nuts.
You wanna? I mean, Chad, we're going for 2 hours today, so we have the time. You wanna read some of them?
Sure. Yeah, I just didn't want to waste your time, but I can totally read some of them. Okay, we'll start. I'm just gonna go in order. So, Violin. Thank you, Sabrina, for putting together such a fun project and having me involved. I can't wait for people to get their hands on the full thing once it's done, with a cute little gif of Donkey from Shrek.
Aww.
Next we have from Backstory Ben. Thank you, Sabrina, for being the best DM/gaming buddy / head of an incredibly fun dub project anyone can ask for. Love you too, Ben. Then we have from Diz. And I think this is Micah being in character for Diz. Diz, Sabrina, I've heard from reliable sources that you're smart, kind, clever, and most hardworking. In this case, showing leadership and creativity. Keep on the hard work, and maybe we can work together on a project. Okay, Diz, I don't think I want to do any of your projects. They're a little bit unethical. Thank you. Then from Mo, I'll save Mo's for last because you're the host. Then Matt, Sabrina, the work you've been doing for all of us is amazing. From being a DM, working on the mod project, and being an awesome friend, we all appreciate all that you do for us. Here's a little token of appreciation. Thank you, Matt. From Ash, also, people keep saying DM context. I am a dungeon master in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Ash, Sabrina, you've been so amazing this year with all the things you've organized. It has made a super busy and overwhelming year for me, incredibly enjoyable in more ways than one. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. Keep being awesome. Fire, fire, fire emoji. Thank you, Ash. Love you. Now we have from your brain cell, which I believe is the lovely Zojulix.
Yep.
Sabrina! That's what he did, Wildcat. Thank you so much for everything you do, from being a DM to the head honcho on the Revoiced project to also just being an amazing friend. Seriously cannot be more thankful to you as a friend, with 5 exclamation points. All the love from the person you share a brain cell with. Love you too, Zoj.
Aww.
Then Brett, in all caps. I'm going to move my mic away. Thank you, Sabrina, for the hard work with putting together the Revoiced Also, congrats on getting into vet school. Thank you very, very much, Brett. Love you, Brett. Finally, from Mo. Sabrina, you are incredible. You are so cool for doing all of this for us. Some of the hardest laughs I've had in 2025 was thanks to the VO project, and it really helped me out during my personal healing journey. It is such an honor to call you my friend. Congratulations once again for getting into vet school, and thank you for making 2025 that much better for me. You're the best.
Yep.
Thank you so much, guys. That was just 10 minutes of me self-flagellating. apparently. But like, ugh, you guys are such lovely people. It's such a pleasure to know you all. Like, seriously.
100%, Sabrina. Like, and I meant every
the love.
word, for real. All the love, yes, all the love. I meant every word. Like, I told you this off stream, but like, you and everybody else was the shining light for me this year. And a big reason for that is because of that VO project. So I wanted to make sure to the amount of like work you put in, we like show you that amount of love and appreciation right back at you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was absolutely so sweet. Thank you
You're
for
very,
doing
you
that.
are very
Seriously.
welcome. And so that was surprise number 2. So let's get into surprise number 3, shall we?
But there's more surprises?
Yeah, Sabrina, check your PayPal.
Okay, Mo. Mo, what the fuck?
Hey, listen. Because you've done so much work, Sabrina. I feel like a donation is okay. I feel like a donation is okay. Because I'm like, is this enough? Nah. She's been working since September. This has to be a donation.
Insane.
This has to be a donation that matches that level of work that you did, and I think that's sufficient enough. I sent her $100, chat. $100.
That is so sweet.
As
yeah.
from me to you, my friend, for all the hard work you've been doing. I know you don't celebrate Christmas, but happy not Christmas, basically.
No, thank you. That is definitely a good Christmas present. It's the day after Christmas. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's fine. Oh my god. Thank you so much.
From
Seriously.
all of us to you. Yeah,
you guys are fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. So, a bit more questions about the trailer. So, like,
yeah, my brain's all melted, but go ahead.
It's all good. Tell us, like, I'm sure the big question everyone has right now is, when do you think this will be done?
So, it was supposed to be done January 15th. And people have not finished recording their parts. So my new goal is January 30th. That's why in the trailer I wrote early 2026, is because I know there's going to be a scramble at the end. I've mentally prepared myself for it. Shoutouts to both Zojalix and Matt for saying they're going to help me with the last bits if I get overwhelmed, because there's going to be a lot of lines to do. So we'll see. The goal is late January, early February at the latest.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, sure, for sure. Because I'm watching that trailer. That's like, that's a small taste. When you actually play the game, y'all, the shit we have in store for you, like, be prepared. Y'all aren't ready.
There
Plain
are
and simple.
details.
For sure, yeah.
It is very detailed.
So tell us some of the highs and lows you've had of like working on this project. Like, I believe you said that trying to learn how to do certain things with the mod was frustrating and stuff. Like, what are some of the highs and lows, basically?
Yeah, so I've never modded anything for a game ever, so I had to literally teach myself how to do it. And it was very hard because I couldn't just Google how to mod Kingdom Hearts. I had to go to a very specific Discord, and anytime I would ask a question, there'd be a little bit of rudeness back. So I had to do a lot of finding just the right search terms to piece together information over 5 years, and I had to just smoosh it all together and figure it out. So after about a weekend of doing that, I was like, okay, this is possible. I can do this. And I've now developed a very fast workflow. Like, at first, I would take hours and hours to just do something simple, and now I can just kind of steadily chip away once things are done. So that's been really fun that I've been able to accomplish something like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Perfect. So, when it comes to that, whenever it is done, what would you say would be the next project? Like, is this your one and done thing?
Ooh.
Or are there other potential things you would like to redub as well?
Well, I definitely love for the next one to be Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yes!
I don't know if I'll have the time or mental energy to be the one modding it.
Yeah.
I've been talking to someone about potentially being the new lead for that project. But I definitely think there is also still the interest. Lots of people involved in this project have said either I'm interested in doing this for Kingdom Hearts 1, or other people have reached out since the project started saying, if you need me if you end up doing KH1, I'd love to be a part of it. Like one of those people are Unification. He's super awesome. He's going to probably be coming in and doing voices for that as well. So
Gotcha. That's amazing. So there's a chance that you watching right now, yes, I'm talking to you, you might be a part of this too. If you want to be a part of this, maybe reach out to Sabrina or someone else in the chat, or even me. Well, we will see if we can possibly get you in. We love that. So there's one more thing I like to discuss before we move on to the next topic, is I want to talk about this, because this is a drawing that Sabrina drew, like, what, a couple days ago?
Oh, are you talking about my icon?
Yeah. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, was drawn by Sabrina. What you're seeing on screen, by her. And it's like, I wanted to really hone in on this because I've been doing the show since 2021. We've never had anyone draw their announcement photo. And that is just so cool. So cool.
It's myself, but hotter and anime. Like,
Somebody said that you look more like a D&D character or something. I forget.
I think when I was zoomed in, because I know you were there when I was drawing it, and like one or two other people were. I was zoomed into the face, and someone said it looked like Link from Breath of the Wild.
That's right.
Like, I see it. Yeah, I see it. Oh no.
I now this is your profile picture for life, basically.
Pretty much. Well, I rotate through a lot, but this is one that I think is going to stay for a long time.
Very
because
good.
I'm really happy with it.
This is what I meant when I say you're a triple threat, and a artist, singer, because Sabrina does sing in the dub. Just so you know.
I do.
Dubber.
Sing I do. Well, that's debatable.
I think you're well. I think you're well, friend.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you're welcome. And then, so I think that's all the Kingdom Hearts questions I have. So now we're gonna move on to the final gaming topic of today's show. Let's talk about Hollow Knight, shall we?
Oh, I can talk about
Oh
Hollow Knight.
yeah, because this friend right here is like, you might very well be the biggest Hollow Knight Silksong fan on planet Earth, in my opinion. So like,
that you know of, there are many of us,
yeah.
and we multiply.
Very giggity. So tell me how you discovered. I know, brain of a 13-year-old. So how did you discover Hollow Knight? And go on.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was gonna say, like, how did you discover Hollow Knight and your thoughts when you first played it?
So the way I discovered Hollow Knight was a guy I was dating was playing a randomizer of it, and I was like, oh, what's this game? And I was watching him play it, and he was like, oh, it's Hollow Knight, and I'm like, oh, I've like seen the image of the main character before. I know of its existence, but I had no interest in it because I had never played a Metroidvania before. Because I'm someone who likes linearity. I like things being in an order. That's again why I like Spyro 1, because you could complete a level and be done with it. And so Metroidvania has never really interested me. And he's like, no, try it. It's like $15. And I was like, oh, it's $15? Oh, okay, let's try it. And I got sucked in. This was around probably 3 years ago. Probably 2021, 2022. Oh, God, that's a long time ago. That's crazy. So I just got very obsessed with it very quickly. I don't know what it was. The bug just bit me, pun intended. So I got invested in speedrunning it. And I got invested in the randomizer for it. That is probably the game that if I were to come back to speedrunning, I would probably return to speedrunning Hollow Knight. Because the run is really short. It's only like 45 minutes. It's really fun. You do a lot of fun tricks. It's easy-ish in the realm of glitching things out. So I am still, to this day, super into Hollow Knight. It's an amazing game.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's mwah, chef's kiss.
It's quite challenging because I'm playing it for the first time and I like it. I like how challenging it is. I love the art style and the combat and the story. And the only thing is, and this is a me problem, not the game per se, I hate the fact that it doesn't tell you where to go. Because when I stream the game, I'm like, Chad, where do I go? Chad, where do I go? Because I hate being lost. Like, the older I get, the more I hate being lost. I'm like, no, hold my hand, tell me where to go, because I hate being lost. But that's a me problem, really. So, like, it's good, but it's just, wow, it's challenging. How long did it take you to like get through the whole game like without no challenging stuff whatsoever now?
like to just sort of parse through it
Yeah,
easily.
yeah.
I mean, probably several months. Again, this was when I was in my like don't go outside gamer state, so I was
Gotcha.
not really doing much else. But if it makes you feel better, Mo, when I fought the second boss in the game, Hornet,
Oh boy.
I did not have the dash ability. I was brought to tears. I never cry with rage while playing a video game. If I'm raging in a video game, I'll just be like, I'll come back to it later.
Yeah.
And I'll have feel more refreshed. I was like, I need to get through this. I was literally sobbing. I was so upset. And then when I got the dash, which was exactly what I wanted, I didn't know that was a thing in the game. I was like, oh, like, oh my god. So it took me probably a couple of months before I feel like I can say I can beat every story boss with no problem.
Okay.
Like it's fine now. The only thing I need to beat is the last Pantheon 5.
Gotcha.
I've gotten like 80% of the way there, but I will beat it one day.
Gotcha. Because during my playthrough, I think like the boss at first is of course challenging, but then the more I fight, the more like I learn their pattern, then I whoop their asses and stuff. I love it. Any advice for me as a new time Hollow Knighter, pretty much?
I would say when it comes to bosses, you're gonna die your first 10 times. Just accept that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
going to happen. Don't focus on hitting. Focus on dodging. That is your first level of focus.
Gotcha,
Just how do
gotcha.
I dodge the attacks? Because staying alive longer lets you do more hits.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be aggressive. Just sort of dodge, and when you think there's a really good opening, smack him with your nail. Maybe hit him with a spell.
Smack him
Take
in the-
advantages of your spells.
Okay.
That's really going to help you. Those are your ranged attacks. Those are going to save you, especially when you have Descending Dark, which is the one where you punch down, because that gives you iframes.
I love that.
It's the only one that gives you iframes.
I believe you call it the pogo or something. That's my favorite move in the game.
Pogoing is really fun. Once you've figured out pogoing, there will be opportunities in the game for you to master that and get really good at it. And it's very satisfying.
I'm gonna go home and pogo all night, bro. Love it. So, okay, so after Hollow Knight is done, when did you discover the magnum opus that is Silk Song? And like when they announced it, what was your reaction and stuff?
So I had thankfully gotten into Hollow Knight after they had announced Silk Song.
Okay.
The thought of it was so, I don't care about it. Let me finish Hollow Knight. Let me do all the things. Let me eat my fill of Hollow Knight. I stumbled upon the subreddit that is known as r/silksong. And it was, I don't know if you've ever been there, Mo.
I haven't.
But it was basically this cesspool of copium, is the way I'll describe it. It's so funny. I would go on there, and people would just post, like, Silk Song's real, when's the fishing minigame, where's the lesbian sex scene? Like, there were just memes and inside jokes and its own community. It's like if you took a single mold spore and just let it become this giant mushroom of an interconnected network that stemmed from just one idea, Silk Song. And it was nothing to do with Silk Song anymore. It was so funny. So I started getting really passionate about where is Silk Song? Where is Silk Song? No news for years? What is this? The devs are trolling us. There are social media guys trolling us, whatever. So when they finally announced that Silk Song was coming out, only a couple of weeks before it did, I thought I was hyped for KH3. I think I was more hyped for Silk Song.
I believe that.
Seriously.
I believe that. For real. Because
it
rightfully
took
so.
Square Enix's hiatus and magnified it 10 times. Because it's not like it's a big corporation. They don't have time for us peasants. No. This was a team of 3 guys and a social media guy that had decided to go radio silence after their Kickstarter-backed project had gotten successful.
And look what
Bit of a
happened.
difference of scope.
And it's like $20, right?
Yes, $20.
$20.
And they've announced an expansion coming out next year, which is insane. A free expansion.
Like, they're putting AAA developers to shame, y'all. Just 3 people did this, and it's like, look how good it is. For real.
Literally. One guy did all the animations and all the art. One guy.
Wow, I need to follow him on IG because that's amazing art. So tell us, like, when you played Silk Song for the first time, like, how was that like? How they compare it to Hollow Knight? How much better was it than Hollow Knight? And how I've seen you fight bosses in Silk Song. Like, how was that experience like?
You mean you've seen me try to attempt to fight bosses?
Pretty much.
Right?
I'm trying to gas you up, friend.
So, yeah, you're good. I love Silk Song. I think they took everything that made Hollow Knight special and made it better. I would say it is definitely the leap between KH1 and KH2 feels like the leap between Hollow Knight and Silk Song. The art is the most gorgeous 2D art I've ever seen. I thought Ori in the Blind Forest was pretty. No. Silk Song. I can't pick a favorite area. I have favorite areas visually in Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
But every area is my favorite area in Silk Song. I can't decide from the art style to the music to the enemy design to the mechanics, like to the bosses. I can't pick it. And I've never had this in a game before. Like, it is a feast while you're playing. And because the game is so difficult, it is forcing you to pay attention every second that you're playing. There's no just, I'm going to turn my brain off and play Silk Song for a little bit. No. You have to be locked in, which just does it so much justice.
Well said. Because honestly, yeah, the art looks amazing and all the details in the background look amazing, but I'm not gonna lie, Sabrina, I'm kind of intimidated by the difficulty of the game. So I'm just like, I'm struggling right now on a Hollow Knight, but it's like I'm watching Matt and you fight these guys. I'm just like, how can I do this? So
I will say
that.
the game gives you a lot of tools to get better. Hornet feels like she's liquid in terms of how well and fast and responsive her movement is. Just like with Hollow Knight, the thing I liked about Hollow Knight's hard bosses were you can see that you died because it was your fault and not just bad RNG or the enemy being annoying. Silk Song, when you die, you know it's your fault. And you just sit there in your shame and try again.
Gotcha. Is that her name, Silk?
No, her name is Hornet.
Hornet.
There's a whole lore behind it.
Gotcha.
She was given her name by the Queen Vespa, Queen of the Bees. And I'm not going to spoil for you.
That's fine.
But her name's Hornet. Even though she's not, she's a half spider.
Gotcha. And that mask she wears, that's her armor?
That's her face.
That's her face?
She has a little cloak, but that is actually the shell of her face, yes.
I thought it was a helmet.
No, that's her face.
Okay, good to know.
She's a carapace.
The more you know. Cool.
Once you know her lineage, it'll make sense. I'm just not going to spoil for you.
Can't wait. Now, would you say Silk Song is the hardest game you've ever played?
I would say no.
Oh.
It's the hardest game I've ever wanted to continue playing.
Gotcha.
I've dabbled in things like Dark Souls, and I forced myself. I wanted to like it, because I'm like, I like overcoming challenges, but it was just not for me. I'm not saying, Dark Souls is the hardest thing ever, but, like, it was not what I needed at the time. So, maybe one day I'll return, because I've heard Bloodborne's good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Dark Souls either. I liked Elden Ring a little bit, but it's just not my cup of tea. I don't like having stamina bar. I don't like... Yeah, the whole formula, I'm just not really a fan of. But that's just me, pretty much. So, this is a question I was looking forward to the most. Tell us why Silk Song deserves Best Indie over E33.
Oh, you popped that question just for me, didn't you?
Pop off, Queen. Pop off. Go right ahead.
I'm probably just going to be regurgitating a lot of points that was seen on places like Reddit or Blue Sky. So... massive respect to Silk Song's developers, and I have massive amounts of respect to all of the Expedition 33 developers. I think the definition of indie game is getting very nebulous. Some people think it's purely an aesthetic, if it's got a cutesy little cozy aesthetic. Some people think if it's got a publisher or not. Some people think there should be a budget cap. Some people think there should be a staff cap. I don't have one particular box that I like to put indie games in. I think the overall estimation of what is this game doing, what are the resource capabilities it can output. I think, again, I'm not going to say, because there's lots of people out there that say, oh, like Dave the Diver is an indie game, but they had a publisher and they had a huge budget. Like, I think it's a lot of, I'm a very quantitative person, so I hate this, but I think a lot of it is based on gut vibes. Like, I think Expedition 33 is not a AAA game, but it is a very far cry from an indie game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it deserved every single award it got except for the indie title, because I think overall Silksong was not the better game, but had a better ratio of quality to staffing that it had. I'm not talking about budget, because it also had a several $million budget.
Mm-hmm.
The ratio of the amount of staff and the amount of work that staff put in to the overall quality of the game. And don't forget, the game that broke every single store page, which has never happened before.
Mm-hmm.
Both are good games. One of them feels a bit of a far cry from an indie game.
Yeah, one has 22 developers, one
very
has
long-winded.
3 developers. So yeah, I 100% agree with you on that. That's why I invited you to my viewing party of the Game Award, because I wanted to see you pop off for Silksong winning. And thankfully it did.
win an
Yes.
award.
Yeah, it won a award. That's good enough. Because honestly...
Yeah, best action adventure.
And it is quite the action adventure of 2025, for real. So yeah, I looking at the gameplay and stuff, that is, you can't get more action adventure than that. Like freaking fighting a boss with lava in the background. Like, come on, that is action.
My hot take for the gaming community is that technically every single game in existence is an action adventure, and that's just a label just to say it's a video game. That's my hot take. So
True. So yeah, that was fun. So so this will be the last section of the show, and that's dealing with content, pretty much. So Sabrina, you mentioned that you're on break right now from streaming, but is there any chance you'll ever come back? Like maybe play the Kingdom Hearts games live, or maybe even continue playing Silksong live? Like, are there plans of coming back to streaming someday?
So I don't plan on coming back to streaming, but I have not told a single soul this, but I am in the works of a YouTube channel being a thing.
Ooh, yes! Yes!
2 scripts.
What?
I've already written scripts for 2 videos.
Oh man, well hey, if you ever need an editor or thumbnail maker, I'm your guy. Just so you know. Well,
Thank you very much.
that's exciting to know. That's exciting to know. It's yeah, because I've been to one of your streams and they were fun, but I would love to see you like your live reactions to the data battles and secret boss battles of Kingdom Hearts. I personally would love to see that.
That's very true. I mean, I can always stream them in VCs for you, Mo.
Thank you. And
You got it.
And speaking of now, besides content, there's another thing that happened to you recently that we are all so proud of you for. And I mentioned earlier that you got accepted into college as a vet tech recently. Congratulations.
I am going to veterinary school to become a doctor of veterinary medicine.
Congratulations. Tell us a bit about that.
So, I had gotten my bachelor's. I have a bit of a funky journey. I got my bachelor's in political science a couple of years ago, and halfway through that, I had gotten a job at an animal emergency room, and I got sucked into this world where I figured out that this was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. But
Nice.
the problem was, I had been getting my degree in political science. I would have to take all these biologies, all these chemistries, all these anatomy classes, etc. So I took a period and I figured myself out. And for the last 3 years, I finally have been working toward the dream that I found out about last week, is that I'm going to be studying veterinary medicine and becoming an actual doctor of veterinary medicine, which is insane! Insane!
Hype in the chat, y'all. Hype in the chat. That's
Only
the accomplishment.
16% of applicants get in every year.
16%.
16%, yes.
Sweet 16, man. We've all been saying since day one, oh, you got this, oh, you got this. They will accept you because you have the skills, you have the knowledge, and your love for animals is unmatched. I'm like, they will 100% take you, Sabrina, and you got it. So, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
We're also proud of you.
Thank you
And
very much.
so, what's the next step? Like, when are you leaving? I mean, is it here in the USA?
So it's going to be in England. I'm not going to
Oof.
say what school, obviously, but it will be in England. I will be moving over there sometime in September,
Oh, man.
And I'm going to be completely changing my life around because I'm going to be living there for 5 years because it's a 5-year schooling program.
Oh, man. America won't be as cool now with you gone. But you'll be here in spirits. But that is so cool that you're going overseas now also. Like, that is a big jump. Congrats.
Oh, yeah.
And once...
It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time anyway because I lived there for a couple of months and fell in love with it.
Okay, that's so proud of you. Now, whenever you do get your degree, like what's the next step? Like, what is your ideal job you would love to get with that degree?
Well, part of me is wanting to use school as an opportunity to take advantage and figure out what niche I want to do. I know I don't want to be a surgeon. I know I don't want to do ophthalmology because eyes are the only body part that gross me out. I would ideally like to be a mixed practice vet. And what that means is there's different realms of veterinary medicine that people tend to focus on just by personal preference. So you have small animal, which are dogs and cats. You have large animal, which are like cows and pigs and horses and stuff. And then you have exotic animals, so rodents, lizards, birds, things like that. And I would want to be a mixed animal practice. So what that means is I would see both small animals, small dogs and cats and stuff, and also exotic animals. So I figured my ideal dream scenario would be I work at a hospital where I could be seeing a guinea pig or a lizard or a cat or whatever. And that's really hard to do because there's a lot of species that there's not a lot of information on. For instance, I did an internship at a zoo and I didn't work with the vet, but she would call me when she was doing something interesting so I could watch, which was very nice of her.
Yeah.
And she was trying to figure out how to cure some gallstones in a small monkey. The problem was, she's like, there is not a single scientific paper out there that tells me how to treat gallstones in this species of monkey. So she had to literally talk to human doctors and other veterinarians to try to come up with some sort of synthesis of a plan that maybe would work. So like that kind of out of the box thinking is just what excites me about doing that every day for the rest of my life.
Well, good luck, my friend. Everyone watching here wishes you all the best of luck. Because that is, man, like, just doing all, because I feel like you have already done a good amount of like, work with animals in the past to where nothing really phases you anymore. So, and plus with college, they can, like, help you, like segue into that even easier, so that's even better. So, my second to last question, and this is actually rewinding back to the Kingdom Hearts trailer we showed earlier, the redub. When will you post that video online?
You mean like the trailer, or I do plan on recording the entirety of the cutscenes, I guess you could say, and posting that on YouTube. I'm gonna post the YouTube video for the trailer like either tonight or tomorrow if I
Okay, perfect. Well, there you go, chat. Can somebody in chat like plug Sabrina's YouTube channel, please? And y'all can see it there.
I don't even remember what my own username on YouTube is. Please tell me one of you guys are subbed to me or something.
I know. I'm subbed. But my last question is actually a question that Lance just asked. If you don't mind me asking, like, what made you decide to stop streaming on Twitch? Was it a personal matter, or just got tired of it, or other reasons?
Honestly, it was really just because streaming was the thing I would do when I had nothing to do. It was my hobby, and then I had to make a decision of what is more important to me in this moment, advancing my career to going to veterinary school or having fun online, and I was thankfully very lucky enough to be making a bit of money from it. Not enough to live on, but a little bit of money that I could spend on some fun stuff. And I ultimately did have to choose my career. That's why I'm switching more to wanting to do YouTube.
Okay.
Because with streaming, there was a bit of meme with my community where I'd constantly be tweeting like, all right, guys, stream schedule's coming soon. Tune in. I'm going to have an official stream schedule. And then I would never make it because I would not want to be sitting and doing the same thing at certain times every single week. So with YouTube, because it's asynchronous, because I can work on it anytime I have free time, it doesn't feel like I'm chained down to hoping there's eyeballs on it. If that makes sense.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, especially going into college, like, you're gonna have, like, no time at all for streaming,
Yeah,
so that makes
I'm literally
sense.
going to medical school. It's going to be a bit of a... I'm not going to be online as much, unfortunately.
Oh man, well, you'll be there in spirit. We'll have to, like, try and see the time zone difference too. So when we all hang out in the VC.
If you're East Coast, are you East Coast or Central?
Yeah, I'm in Ohio, so yeah.
Okay, so it's about a 5-hour difference.
Okay.
So
Well,
your
that's
7
not too
p.m. is
bad.
my midnight.
That's not too bad. So now we are going to get to the fan favorite section of the show called Top 10 Questions. Oh, God. Well, Top 10 Questions on Motown Downtown. That was funny.
Top 10 questions. Hey, you got the questions? Top 10 questions. I got the answers. Top 10, top 10, top 10 questions. Better get your answers ready.
Where I will ask my guests 10 questions courtesy of Inside the Actors Studio. So, Sabrina, are you ready?
I am very ready. Go for it.
All right, so the first question is, what is your favorite word?
Can it be a word in a different language?
Yeah.
So one of my favorite words is the French word for mushroom. It is champignon. It's spelled champignon, but it comes off the tongue, and I don't know why I'm obsessed with it.
I like that. I mean, people usually say fuck or something, so going with that is, I like that. It's something different. I love that.
Yeah.
So, what is your least favorite word?
It's not moist.
Thank
like
you.
Many people think it is. Honestly, probably just like something really. Probably the word cringe, because I feel like it can be used to just demean someone, especially it's usually just someone having a good time and living their life. Now, I will say the word cringe, usually if like I'm being cringed, lol, like in an ironic sense.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the 21st century word of calling someone a loser. So, yeah.
Gotcha. So, what makes you happy?
Honestly, I'm at a point where my life where just very different from 5 years ago, just existing. But honestly, I love my job. I go into work every day tired because I haven't had my coffee yet, but I have at least 10 moments a day that I just go, I fucking love my job. And I love working with animals and working with people equally.
Amazing. And animals like your little dog behind you?
Oh yeah, I got a couple of stuffed animals, and then I have this little painting. This, long story short, this is of my dog Campbell.
We love Campbell.
But it's from his old owner because we got Campbell when he was 11. But they were very into sheepdogs, so they literally would have paintings. Oh no, this isn't of Campbell. This is, I think, of a different dog of theirs, but it looks like Campbell.
It does, yeah.
It was the same breed, so voila.
Amazing.
My cute little sheepdog.
We love Campbell in this house. So, what makes you upset?
I think people just like jumping down someone's throat and just trying to prove them wrong rather than listening to their point. I'm all for a good debate or like a good not argument, but a good debate about just a topic that's not got a black and white answer. But there is this tone that sometimes people can get where they're like smirking and just trying to be like, gotcha. That pisses me off.
You basically describe some of the Kingdom Hearts fans, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
On Twitter. And what sound or noise do you love?
Ooh, that's a good question. The sound when I'm scratching behind Campbell's ear and he lets out this like grumbly moan of happiness. I always try to go for that whenever I'm petting him.
Nice. Now, what sound or noise do you hate?
I hate the sound of people biting into sharp fruit like an apple. Just the like that just, it makes me want to just like freak out for some reason.
So basically, don't eat apples around Sabrina, pretty much.
Or slice them. If you slice it, it's fine. Just don't chew it in my face.
Slice it and then eat it. Gotcha. Noted. So, Sabrina Strat, what is your favorite curse word?
This sounds so cliche, but fuck. Because
there we
it
go.
has so many purposes. It's a verb. It's a noun. It's an activity. You can use it in basically any word in a sentence. You can substitute things for it. It's very versatile.
It's very fucking versatile, pretty much.
It is fucking versatile.
Silly me. There's a question I skipped. What makes you upset?
In general?
Yeah. No.
I
Wow.
mean-
Well, no. I am just so off my rocker right now. This is why we don't do 2-hour shows, because my brain gets rotting. I did ask you what sound or noise you hate. Silly me. Let's move on.
Oh, yeah, you did ask me
Let's
that,
move
yeah.
on, shall we? Wow, Mo. So, what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
If I were to pick something, it would be being an actual actor, like in films or TV.
How about voice acting?
Voice acting is cool too. I guess I could technically do that as a side gig. This sounds so embarrassing, but like, I would like to be, if I were to do acting, I would like to be someone that's not superstar famous, but famous enough that like once a month someone will recognize me. I feel like that would feel appreciative.
You were that one
So-
person in that one show in that one network, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Be like,
Amazing
ooh,
song.
I'm a fan. I'm like, yes, please.
Just do
once a month.
So just do reality TV shows like I did. Boom. But hey, aren't you that one guy? Pretty
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
So, what profession would you not like to attempt?
I'm not a very strong person, as you can probably see by my noodle limbs. So probably anything that its entire purpose involves lifting heavy things. So like farmer or like plumber, something like that. That I couldn't just use my brain. I have to be using my brain every second of the day, otherwise I will just go up a fucking wall.
Gotcha. So the last question for the last top 10 question for the last episode of Motown Down for 2025. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You did the best you could.
One more round of applause, please, for the legendary Sabrina Strat, y'all. This was fun. This was so much fun. We hit 2 hours and 1 minute. That was the goal.
Yes,
we did it, yes.
let's go.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you to everyone for the subs, for the follows. We got 2 new follows in today as well. Great viewership, great interaction, and Sabrina got almost cried and stuff. So yeah, today was a fan. This was how you end a season, y'all. It really is. So I'm gonna find a friend to raid. While I do that, how about some parting words for the audience?
Thank you so much to everyone who's coming. I'm just gonna go through people in the audience and shout them out. So
Yeah.
JRay358, Lance, love you, Lance. I'm putting more up to some people I know. Obviously, JRay, I'm sure you're awesome. Loki, Matt. We got Zojalix. We got Ben. I saw Brett was in there. Crazy Comics. Like, there were so many amazing people in there. Oh, this guy named Mock Hotlit 9K, whoever that guy is. I'm sure he's alright.
Oh yeah, he's pretty cringe.
So yeah, thank you so much to everyone for coming. If you're in the homies, I'll be hopping in VC in a couple of minutes again, and we'll all just chill. But thank you so much to Mo for inviting me and giving me the honor of being the season finale guest, and all of the bells and whistles that you put into it, like the gift card, like the card with the people and the money. Like, what?
Because I do the best I can for the greatest friends on earth, and that's just a fact. Love you, Sabrina.
Buddy.
Love you too, friend. Okay, we're gonna go raid my friend Big Papa ETJ. So Sabrina, as our guest, you get to choose the raid message. What's it gonna be?
I want everyone to type Yeeclaw, and I'll show you how to spell
please.
it.
He's building a Lego set, chat. We gotta see that.
Yeeclaw.
Yeah, copy and paste
Put
that in his
there.
chat.
Or if you follow me, I do have the emote for it.
And yes, please subscribe to her YouTube channel to see her future content, the future trailer, and whenever she posts more content, on there, for sure. So, thank you to everybody for supporting Motown Downtown in 2025. A great season, great start. Again, we will be back in 2026 for season 3.8. 3.8, chat. That's something that only Kingdom Hearts fans will understand. 3.8 in 2026. So, have a great New Year's Eve. Have a great New Year's Day. Have a great weekend. And I'll catch you guys in 2026. Bye-bye.
Bye.